Hey guys, welcome to another the Cummings for Trans Support video. Today's topic is tips on passing. And again, we welcome your comments, your suggestions. To share your story, you can attach a response video to this video. We want to make this series of videos something for everyone, a learning tool, and just a support system for you guys. So I'm sure that's one of the biggest fears that we all go through when we first start transitioning. Do we pass? Are we ousted? It's a major fear that all transgender, transsexuals individuals go through. I know myself, when I first started, it was a big concern because you worry personally about getting hurt. The bathroom situation was a big thing for me. Would I be thought out, and would I get beat up and things of that nature? Other people just want to be able to go to the store and blend in. So I'm going to go ahead and let Jessica give her tidbits and share things about her transition. She's only been transitioned, it's been
less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years.
Yeah.
I transitioned back in 2003, so I'll let her share her story, and then I'll put in my 2 cents.
Thank you. Okay, I started my transition in 2010, end of October, and basically I've been physically transitioning on HRT for a little less than 2 years. So my biggest concern, like Mark was saying, was bathroom, because I'm now living as a woman. Obviously, I'm not using the men's bathroom. I think it would be kind of, I think I would probably kind of get beat up if I was standing at a urinal in the men's bathroom. So, it would definitely get some weird looks. So no, I used the women's room. The first thing I did, just to touch on that a little bit, is I went to my therapist and I got my carry letter. That is most important. That is key. Once you go to your therapist, you get your carry letter. That is a means of protecting you. So if you are using the woman's room, if you're MTF, or you're using the men's room as an FTM, you essentially actually have something to kind of back you up and say, this is who I am, and that you've been diagnosed, and whatever the case is. So you go through the whole deal. So that being said, basically tips on passing. A lot of us MTFs are very hyper feminine, and when I mean hyper feminine, it's like, oh my god, no, that's not going to make you look more like a woman. And then others of us, I went through all this, so I'm not saying anything that I haven't already been through and experienced. We go out with the red lipstick and the blue eyeshadow, and we look like freaking clowns. We're drawing attention that way. The best way, if you're trying to blend in and pass subtly, is to dress appropriately. Don't overdo it, which a lot of MTFs do. Mark can speak on the FTM behalf, because I have no experience in that. And not yet. I don't plan on going backwards, so I'll never be an FTM.
I hope not.
Me either. So basically, dress subtly. We all want to dress nice and glamorous and everything like that, and try to be glamorous, but the saying does go. It is very true. Less is more. When I first started out, I had the blue eyeshadow, the red lipstick, and people would look at me. My complexion was almost orange from the foundation I was using. I had no idea. I'm like, hey, yeah, I look pretty good. People are looking at me like, what the frick is that? And I'm like, okay, I gotta change something. So it was a learning lesson all the way through. And even meeting Mark just, 4 months ago, and us getting together, my comfort level has increased tenfold. The key is to be comfortable within yourself. Once you're comfortable with yourself, then people are going to see that confidence and that comfort level, and they're going to be comfortable with you. If you look all nervous and like you just stole something, everybody's going to have their eyes on you. So it's like, oh my god, do they know? Can they tell? Oh shit, what am I going to do? And you get this these butterflies in your stomach that move up into your chest and a lump in your throat, and you're like, God, and it's a very scary feeling at first.
And you draw a lot of attention to yourself when you actually walk around. See, the mind's very powerful, and you're emitting certain frequencies, and it's like a dog could sense feel, but people could sense something's going on, and then when they look at you and they really start to observe you, then they can start to see that something's wrong, something's different.
Exactly, and Mark experienced a lot just over this. Over the time we've been together, you know, how my confidence has changed and how the looks stop, you know, people would look at me and try to figure me out. Is that a guy or a girl? You know, and I would have some people, like, you know, this was a few months ago. We went to Target and these two girls saw me in the store, no problem, didn't even think twice, but when we got outside, they noticed something, whether it was my Adam's apple, something that gave me away. So there's always something that you're going to have that's going to clock you, but don't be so, what's that word I'm looking for?
Paranoid.
So paranoid about it. Just be who you are.
I basically, when we first started going out, because you did put on the heavy makeup, I said, just tone it down a little bit. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Women think that they have to cape things on to look beautiful, and it's actually the contrary. The natural is the more beauty.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much a big factor. You don't want to look like a clown. You don't want to look like something out of a circus. You know, you just definitely want to, you know, make yourself feel good. Because I understand that wearing the woman makeup make you feel good, wearing certain things, but you want to be able to blend in, not stand out. That's
exactly.
As far as my when I first started transitioning, the bathroom was a major thing for me, and I was worried about because you know, can't stand up to pee, so I would either squat or put toilet paper on the toilet seat, and I would sit down. My concern was, well, they're going to see my feet facing the wrong direction. Well, I guarantee you guys, no one cares about how your feet are facing, and no one goes to the bathroom to try to check out what you're doing in there. You go in, you go out, don't make eye contact, you wash your hands, and go right on out. As far as passing, obviously initially with FTM is the breast issue. So there are a lot of things out there, from binders to special sports bra that would actually bring in your breast. And again, if you think about it, how many genetic men have breasts? There's tons of genetic men that have bigger breasts than I did when I was a female. But we walk around with these insecurities in our head and create our own problems. Also, when you first start taking testosterone, your voice will start to deepen. But if your voice has a hard time deepening, then practice lowering your voice. Remember, these are vocal cords that can be trained. And try not to overly create masculine types of behavior, because guys don't always walk around like they're some sort of gorilla. Just kind of be relaxed, be yourself. Realize that a lot of the insecurities are there placed by yourself in your mind. So be confident, you know, walk tall. Some people are going to out you, some people are not. Just remember that all that matters is how you view and feel about yourself. That's the number one key. For those of you that are having a hard time growing facial hair in the beginning, there are products out there that you could use to kind of create that shadowy look. Dress the part, cut your hair the way it makes you feel comfortable, whether it's just shaving your head bald or just cutting your hair in a very manly style. Little things like that, how you dress, how you carry yourself, confident but not overly confident, not overly hyper masculine. Just, it's a balance. It's I mean, if you look around, and the best way to do this is study people, study how guys walk. That's what I did in the beginning, because no one taught me to be a man. You've got to learn to be your own man. So just kind of research a little bit, see how people do things, and then kind of create your own style, your own way. It's a journey, and it's a beautiful journey, and you guys have to, or you don't have to, but it helps if you realize that Rome wasn't built in a day, and it takes time to get to where you're going. Just be happy and thankful that you're beginning your journey, and it might take a month, it might take a year, 2-3 years to get where you want to go, but at least you're heading in the right direction. And most of all, be happy with yourself and love yourself, because that's all that really matters.
Exactly.
Anything else?
Yeah, about the bathroom thing. That was another thing that was kind of an insecurity to me, as I was saying before. I think it's with all of us. When I was sitting in the stall, I was like, oh my God, am I going to sound like I'm peeing like a woman? You know, or is it going to be like, you know, a bucket?
Sounds like
that sounds like a guy taking a leak. What's going on? You know, I mean, But no, that worried me too at first, and then I was like, the more I started using the women's room, and I heard how they pee, I'm like, hey, I sound just like they do.
Wow, what a amazing.
So I got over my fear of using the bathroom. The other thing was that I was afraid that if I go into the restroom, you know, and some woman's there with her child, a young child, that they're gonna grab their child and, you know, grip them and cover their eyes and run out of the bathroom with them. But no, it's not like that. I mean,
So rub it off on the child, and the child will become a transgender person.
Yes, exactly. You know, oh, shake my hand, and I want to make you TG. You know, no, it doesn't work that way. But again, everything boils down to confidence and not overexerting yourself. Like Mark was saying with the voice, this isn't how I used to always talk. I'm still working on my voice, but I think it's come a long way since my transition. And the hormones have helped a little bit, but I would say it takes more practice.
It's practice. And we have to realize, sorry to interrupt you, that
Sure.
you'd hear a genetic guy. I've heard some genetic guy that have a look again and it sounds just like a female, and I've heard females sound like guys. So there's, you know, we try to be stereotypical and we try to place each other in a box. No two men are alike, no two women are alike. There's many shades and colors, and we don't have to be that box in male voice type of thing. If you have a little higher voice, hey, some genetic guys have a little bit higher voice. Just be comfortable with yourself and don't put too much expectations on yourself, because you're only hurting yourself when you do that. Relax, take your time. At least you're on the right track or starting to get on the right track, and most of all, be happy.
Right, exactly. And I'm going to try to see if I can bring my voice back to what it used to be. It used to be deeper than Mark's.
Go ahead.
But let's see if I can do it. Okay. This is kind of where I used to be voice-wise. It's not easy for me to go back this way because it's actually kind of hurting my throat because I've been living as a woman for almost 2 years. So you get the point.
That's so sexy.
Oh, I bet it is. Did I just turn you on?
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, that essentially, I mean, so you could see the difference. It didn't just come overnight. It didn't happen. I mean, I spent 3 years prior to my transition practicing my voice, trying to get it there. Little tips, just real quick. Listening to, yes, I see that. Listening to Madonna, trying to match the pitch, then trying to talk. You know, stuff when I was by myself, when nobody was around, I could do these kind of things. So that'll be another video on I'll try to, you know, give you some advice on how I changed my voice. And Mark could do the same thing. We could probably do a video on that.
And if I try to talk like Maritza, oh my God. See, the thing is, testosterone.
Well, that was sexy,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the vocal cords lengthen when you take testosterone, so then the voice starts to get deeper. That's how pubescent boys start cracking all the time. But you guys will get there. Please let us know what we can do for you. Any questions, any comments are welcome and available for you. Go on our Facebook page, the Cummings for Trans Support. Go on the blog, the cummingsfortransupport.blogspot.com. Something like that. I'll put the link down below. And again, it's a pleasure doing these videos for you, and I hope we're able to help you some way or another. Hey guys, we love you.
Yes, we do, and we want to thank you for watching.
Love yourselves too. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Ciao.
If you had a choice